This is a Global Player original podcast.
Hello?
All right, sorry, it's me. I'm late.
Who's that?
It's me. Right, could you just give me 2 minutes? I thought I'd just let you know that I'm here, and then I've just been in the car for about, oh God, f***ing hell, the traffic. I'll be 2 minutes. Is that all right?
2 minutes.
Yeah, not even that. Just
I'll sing while you're gone.
wait.
La 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 la. Something about Rio.
Hello.
Where have you been then?
Oh my God! I just spent nearly the whole day at the airport or dropping someone off at the airport. It's chaos out there. It's chaos. And, it's quite sleepy down here at this time of year because most people have gone home. It's not touristy. Yeah. It's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare. The roads are just ridiculous.
Well, where is everyone going? Why can't they just be happy where they are?
I don't know. I'll tell you what. Anyone's got a flight at that time again, I ain't taking them. They can get a cab.
But I thought Nice was a very small airport with not many people in it.
Well, no, it's quite compared to Heathrow or anything like that. Yes, it's a small airport, but for the area, it's actually it's the second busiest airport in France.
Is it?
To Paris, yeah.
Blimey.
I mean, it is quite busy, but it's not so much the airport. It's that, like, now suddenly there's just roadworks everywhere.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, and then when we finally got her checked in and got her through, we couldn't just leave her there, obviously, because if they'd cancelled the flight, she'd be stuck in the airport, and then I'd have to drive all the way back. So we had to wait there, obviously, with her. And then this is my mother-in-law I'm talking about.
Right.
And, it was like we just had to make sure she got on the plane, basically, like you do when your mother-in-law's going home.
Yeah.
Like, get on it. Get on it. Get on.
Oh.
I know. So it was a bit of a, I don't know. It was just, it's never ever taken that long to go to the airport, check someone in and get back again. Normally it's done in an hour, not an hour maximum. That was like 3 hours or something. Ridiculous. Anyway, what have you been up to, Nick? Because it's obviously not very nice weather there because you've been at home all day.
Yeah, that's right. All of that rain that we didn't have in the summer has arrived in about the last 5 days. It's just been absolutely bucketing down.
Oh, great. Well, they'll be putting the hose pipe ban on then, won't they?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's amazing how quick grass grows back because if you either had a lawn or gone to a park or something like that, it's just been brown dust. There's been no grass at all. It rains once and then boom, it's all green again. Amazing.
Well, I know. People panic, don't they? It's like it doesn't have to be green all the time. It does. It goes very yellow when it doesn't get any rain, but it's better if it's rain, proper rain, rather than just tap water that you water it with out the watering can. So, well, it is. Plants are much better when mind you, not down here because it's full of crap. It's just the rain is just full of, I don't know.
Oh, it's sand. It'll be from the Sahara.
Yeah, it's like it's the beach. The garden's like a beach after the proper rain, but we haven't had any proper rain. Oh God, I can't even remember.
Just checking your weather while you wait. 1 moment, please.
It's
right here. It's raining, and there's so much thunder and lightning as well. It's like there's a lot of energy up there.
Yeah.
Because we don't really get thunder and lightning here, but it's been doing that about every day for the last 5 days. So it's 67 and raining, 64, 69, 70, 72 here. Meanwhile, in Nice, oh my God. You bastard. I don't even want to say it out loud. It's awful.
Actually, it's quite cool today compared to what it has
isn't.
been.
It's
No, it is.
87 degrees. I just read it, so you can shut up about it.
I know, it's been much hotter. I've actually got jeans on today for the first time in like 5 months and not just shorts.
I've started wearing my thermal underlayers again.
Stop it.
I peeled them off. I had to chisel them off after wearing nothing but all winter. And they came off for about 2 weeks, and now they're back on again. Damn it.
Well, my family said it was cold, actually, there. But that's not cold, 60 odd, is it?
Well, it is to me. It's chilly. It's September already. Summer's gone. No.
But what's that in new money then?
66.
Yeah.
Right, wait a minute.
I suppose I could look it up. But,
You could do, yeah. But I'll do it for you. No worries.
It's still about 18, 19.
18, 19 degrees. Correct,
Yeah.
Mundo. Yeah.
Right. So actually, that is, have you seen, that's going to be the top temperature you're allowed to heat your home to. Winter, you, not us, you.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
19
France,
degrees.
meanwhile, is going to be toasty warm.
Well, they haven't put any. Well, Macron has said he's going to put restrictions on it, on the power, but it's like, well, why? Where's your justification? We've got energy coming out of our ears. We own everything. Well, we don't. France do. So, what's the problem? What is the problem?
Right, never mind about that because it's just too depressing.
Well, it is. I know. And you sound better today, I must say.
Well, that's because I have surrounded myself with cushions from the garden furniture. It's like being. You remember as a kid, you used to build like a tent out of cushions and stuff in your living room. You used to hide underneath it.
Yeah. When you're a little
that's exactly
kid.
what this is like now.
Yeah.
Except for grown-ups.
Can you not take a picture?
No. No.
So you didn't surrender to the new microphone. Your microphone's the same now, is it?
It's the same, yeah. I don't see why I should buy a cheaper one than I've got. That doesn't make any... Because you always sound excellent. I'm not talking about content, Carol.
See, you had to say it, didn't you? I was waiting for it.
I just didn't want there to be any confusion. And I always sound like crap. So it must be the way it's set up. It can't be the microphone. So there it is. Problem solved. All I have to do is bury myself in garden furniture cushions.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's the same thing. But you must have a very big room. This room's not soundproof. And It's not padded. It's not.
Yeah, I don't get it.
No.
It's not a big room at all.
But you do sound much better.
Much better, yeah.
But I can't see the lines going up and down. So are they going up and down your end?
People won't have any idea what that means. But yes, they are. We are fully recording. No problemo, Lamo.
The lines going up and down.
Yeah, it appears to be working.
Yeah.
Right, should we try and help people this week?
Well, come on, yeah, because actually we were quite helpful last week. I'm sure I saw a few emails of people going, oh, you actually helped me.
Really?
Yes. And we've got an update on French roundabouts, I noticed.
Oh, yeah, very confusing. I didn't bother reading it. I'll probably never need to use one.
Well, you won't, but it's interesting that the number of people who are going, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, and I'm not wrong. They're convinced that there's a blue circle that coming up to a roundabout that means the people on the roundabout or entering the roundabout have the priority. And I've just never seen one. I've been looking for one.
Pas de priorité.
N'avez pas la priorité. That's it. You don't have priority. I don't see the blue circle, which they say means you do have priority entering the roundabout.
I'm going to get a T-shirt with a blue circle on it. Meaning
Stand in front of the roundabout.
I have priority.
I don't think. I don't know. It's weird. And I did Google it, actually, and I did look it up.
Right.
And there was a site, a sort of Anglo-French website that did say this is the case. But all I can think of is that it doesn't apply in this department because I've never seen one. And maybe it's in central France in the villages or whatever or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And in her defense, I can say that Carol has not actually had an accident. She's seen thousands in her rearview mirror, but not actually her personally. You
wouldn't believe how many accidents we've seen down here in the short time we've been here. I mean, honestly, it's... what was that?
What was that?
That was an email, obviously, because it's been out for so long. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Terrible, terrible accidents. Like motorbikes, motorcyclists going right up in the air, like about 20 feet.
I don't want to hear about that.
I know, but it's shocking, isn't it? It's bad when you even see it, let alone being in it. Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Dear Nick and Carol, it's been a while, since June actually, but I just ran out of funny what with the state of this country of ours. Have you noticed that the front of your local supermarket is beginning to look like the seafront at Brighton back in the 1960s? Mopeds lined up by the dozen waiting for deliveries. I narrowly avoided accidents with 3 different motorbikes within 5 minutes the other day. No doubt delivering 2 pints of milk, a carrot and a scourer, respectively. How can we stop this madness getting worse? Yours moaningly, Paulus, the little wood gnome.
Supermarkets?
The little wood gnome. They're everywhere, Carol. They're buzzing around you like mosquitoes. The entirety of the population who isn't working from home is having stuff delivered to home by people on mopeds.
What? From the supermarket? Are you having a laugh?
No, they do. Yeah, supermarket. They've got this thing. I don't know how they do it, but there are adverts everywhere in London. If you've forgotten something at the supermarket, we can get it to you in like 5 minutes or something ridiculous like that. How do they do that? I can't believe that people actually do it. Are they really that lazy that they send a motorbike to pick up something like a pound of carrots that they forgot to buy at the supermarket? How much does that cost? It must cost a fortune. Well, you'd think so, yeah. But they're everywhere. Those like we'll bring you what you've forgotten or what you don't need. Need an emergency bottle of tequila? We'll be right there for you.
Oh, well, I mean, I can see that. If you're drunk and you can't go out, yeah, great idea. But you can't drive. But the world's gone mad because
it's all a bit
depressing.
Sad. Yeah, it is. It is a bit depressing, yeah, because that's our future. High wage, high skill economy.
It's like people are just now conditioned just to be at home and not go anywhere. And I know petrol's expensive, but
it's not that expensive.
It's surely not that expensive. I don't know.
Life is going on. You don't get this time back. Get out there, people. I was thinking of going to Menton. What's that like?
Oh, well, believe it or not, even though we've lived down here 6 years, or we've had a house down here for 6 years, we've never been.
Haven't you?
No.
So not that great then?
No, we've just never been. I don't know why. We've been to almost every other little town within the vicinity, but not Menton. It's the one near the Italian border. We've been on the train to Italy, to Ventimiglia before, but so gone through Menton, but no, we've never been there. My friend that actually lives in Menton, it does look nice. Why? When are you going there?
Oh, I'm not. I just was, do you, well, I was going to say, do you while away an hour or so looking at holidays that you're not going to take? But you don't do that because you take the holidays. I just look at them and dream. But you're actually on there with your feet up and smoking a cigar while I'm just peering at pictures on the internet.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Nickers, because this morning I got up at 7 o'clock. Until 1 o'clock, I was booking a holiday.
Oh, God. Where?
Well, no, I'm not going to say. It's
not the Maldives again, surely not.
No. That one's booked for January. This one's for December.
I think you get paid too much for this podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is my main source of income. The tax man wants to have a good look at it. No. our thinking is that pretty soon, I mean, it's becoming so difficult to travel as well. It is impossible. It's really hard. It's so expensive. It's just madness. Even it's making my eyes water. And I just don't know how anybody is going to be able to afford it unless you're a billionaire and you've got a private jet or whatever.
Well, I don't know how anybody's going to be able to afford anything. They're talking about pints of lager at 20 quid.
Who can afford that?
No one. So
we just think, well, look, let's just go on holiday while we can, because I don't think we're going to be able to. And all that time, when everything was locked down and you weren't allowed to travel or, something, we did used to spend hours looking at holidays, but then we got so bored of it and not being able to book one, we stopped looking. Right. And it's like, I just can't, I'm not even, because what's the point in looking at something that you're not going to do? I suppose it's like...
Well, it's like flipping through a magazine, isn't it? You see all these, furniture and clothes and houses and, all of that you're not going to do either, but it's just like, whiling the day away.
Well, it's like watching porn, isn't it? It's like you watch porn. Most of the stuff they do, you ain't going to do. Not that I watch porn or anything. Right. No, okay. But it's that escapism, isn't it? It's like, you watch cooking programs. You ain't ever going to cook any of that shit. Yeah, never.
You watch cooking programs while eating baked beans straight out of the tin.
Yeah, you do. Exactly. But I must say, it felt like a bit of a waste of time because it took so long, because I was trying to book flights on air miles, which we kind of ended up being able to do for once ever. For like 5 hours booking a holiday. Anyway, it's booked now. And it's only
if I wanted to go on holiday, right? So I'm going to pretend to be a punter now, and I'm writing in to ask your help and assistance.
Yeah, go on then. I'm all ears.
So if I was going to book a holiday I think February is probably the best month to go away in, isn't it?
February's a great month because it's so grim everywhere.
And you're just sick of it by February. I mean, you get your Christmas, it's all lights and happy, and you can keep the tree up for most of January and it's okay. And if you've got something in February, then that will keep you going through January to February.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like the end of February, if you do it there, then by the time you get back, it might be a bit nice-ish.
You might start seeing bits of spring coming. Yeah. We definitely do down here. I don't know if maybe not in the UK, but maybe you have to wait till April or something. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Where am I going to go?
In February?
Yeah.
Well, if you want hot, you're going to have to go quite far.
There is the Canary Islands, though, isn't it? I mean, that's on the same timeline, isn't it?
Yeah, you've been there. You go there, don't you? Have you been there?
Oh, I've been once, yeah. But there's nothing to do there.
No.
I'm not going on holiday. Who am I kidding?
No, you know what we're talking about.
Right.
I would say just you could get a cheap flight, but they're not really cheap anymore. But in the grand scheme of things, if you can go economy there and back, it's not too bad. You can go to the Caribbean. Just get, you can get nice little beach huts and things like that for not too much money. That's all we're doing. We're doing a proper cheapie.
A Caribbean?
Yeah.
But doesn't that take like 12 hours to get there or something?
No, short haul, 8 hours. That's nothing.
Sounds like an eternity to be on a plane to me. 8 hours?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a sort of flight. Like 8 hours is just too short to pay for business class or anything like that. You just wouldn't do it because it's, you're on it and you're off it. It's not enough time to drink, watch a film, sleep. It's just not enough time. You need a good 12, 13, 14 hours to justify that. But not that even we can afford that anymore.
Right.
So, it's 8 hours. It's easy. That's easy.
The Caribbean.
Yeah.
Where's that then?
Over there. In the middle.
In the middle, right.
It's kind of
aim
between
for the middle.
South and North America, yeah.
Right.
And there's a couple of islands you can fly direct to, and are more reasonable. I would steer clear of Barbados because it's very, very Americanized, and it's it's ridiculously expensive. So some of the smaller islands that you can fly direct are Antigua, Trinidad, maybe Tobago. You can fly direct.
You should be like a travel correspondent, because the only travel correspondent that ever gets on TV or radio is
Simon Calder.
Simon Calder, yeah, and he's very good at what he does. But he's the only one. Every time somebody wants on the news, I've spoken to him several times on the air, just because, there's some sort of there's chaos at Heathrow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's the go-to man. He's the only person anybody ever contacts. So you'd think he'd want some competition.
But he's everywhere as well. It's like, hang on a minute. There's a queue at Heathrow. He's there. Oh, hang on a minute. The cruises are opening up to unvaccinated passengers. He's there. He's on it. Yeah, My friend was on a cruise recently, and he was on it.
What? Maybe there's more than one of him.
Maybe he's a twin or a triplet or something, and there's two of them just go around being Simon Calder.
I think he's a robot. I think he's a robot, and they're printing out it's like 3D printing robots of him, sending them out.
Yeah, I know he is good. He is good, though. I must say,
he is. Yeah, he does know his stuff.
Very knowledgeable. Yes. So the go-to man. He must be. I mean, he must be so busy.
Thanks for the advice, by the way, Carol. I'll just ignore all of that and go to Bognor Regis for the day. Dear Ick and Errol,
all right.
I wondered if you could help. I live in St Albans, and since the lockdown, we are now inundated with middle-class lunatics and their middle-class dogs. You can't move without a little Hugo or Bella running around your feet, and I keep tripping over the little... They're all treated as if they're humans too, and it's getting ridiculous. Keep up the good work. Please, could I get a shout out for my 2-year-old cockapoo named Wilbur? Thanks, says Adam. Oh. Those little dogs, they're so cute. As a puppy, those little cockapoos. If that's what I'm thinking of. They look like a teddy bear. They look like something you'd see in Hamleys at Christmas. I've never seen a cuter thing in my life. Less so when they get old, but, that's just dogs, isn't it?
I don't know what they look like when they're little ones.
They do look like a teddy bear. They do look man-made. They're so cute. It doesn't look natural.
Well, they are engineered, aren't they? They are deliberately engineered.
Well, but engineered is that just having a what are they a combination of?
A poodle. And a cocker spaniel.
Cocker spaniel, right. So it's just getting a cocker spaniel and a poodle to have hot canine relations with each other.
Yeah, but that's not good, is it? It's like
but dogs do that all the time, don't they? Dogs will shag the furniture.
Like anything.
If you leave them alone long enough.
Yeah, but what if, just say, right, because you can see that dogs recognise each other. They obviously do.
Yeah. What
if you're a cocker spaniel and you just don't fancy poodles? Maybe you fancy a Labrador. I mean, honestly, that's terrible, isn't it? That's like forcing. No, it's not good. I don't like it.
Well, let's assume there's no forcing involved, and that because if you stand still long enough, the dog will shag you.
No, shut up. You can't say that. Well, maybe my leg, not me.
Yeah, not you. No, that's not what I meant.
Well, they do get a bit kind of, randy, I suppose. I suppose they're not picky, are they, dogs?
But there's so many people who've got dogs, and I think mostly it's kind of cruel the way they keep them. I mean, dogs that are, people have got flats. Yeah. And so they have to take the dog out for a desultory walk around the concrete block, and it gets to pee on a bollard, and that's not the way for a dog to live, really, is it?
Well, I know, but lots of people were very lonely in lockdown. They got dogs. And that's why so many people moved out of London to the country. And that's basically what St Albans is moaning about, I suppose.
I guess so.
So there's just lots of people from the city moving out. I know a couple of people who've moved back, actually, left for the countryside and hated it, moved back to Scotland.
How much countryside did they get? I mean, we're talking farms, like rural? I mean, real...
Yeah, one of them was a bit of a farm or small farm.
Yeah. Well, there's an in-betweeny, you can do an in-between. Like I've got an in-betweeny place. It's not in London, but it's not rural. And I can get into town in about, half an hour on the train. Piece of cake. I can be in King's Cross.
Well, it's not a country, is it? You're in Greater London, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
It's still in London.
Yeah, but I mean, we're surrounded by green here, is what I'm saying. And it's not London at all. But
you've only moved out as far as you're not in, like, Putney anymore or central London anymore or wherever else you've lived, like everywhere.
Yeah. The end of the line, basically.
Yeah. But I can't see you living in proper country.
It depends on how you travel. I mean, people are talking about maglev trains and the tunnel trains and all this new stuff they're coming up with. If you can travel to London in half an hour from, 200 miles away, then 200 miles away is suddenly Greater London.
Oh, God, are you having a laugh? They're going to take 30 years to build 100 miles of bloody high-speed track, about 50 years behind the rest of the world.
Well, that's true.
It's going to cost about £3,000 billion. Oh, my God. I mean, they're just going to build a maglev. China, Shanghai have had a maglev for, I don't know, years, about 20 years now. I know it goes to the airport. I've been on it. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Oh my God. It's got like a little digital clock in it. It tells you how fast it's going. Huh. You get a bit of G-force.
Really?
Honestly, it's fantastic. But it's been there for a long, long time. And can you imagine, France and Italy and other European countries have had high-speed trains now for God knows how long. Japan, they lead the way. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. China.
We're so behind in this country. I don't know why we are so behind, but it's just pathetic how we drag behind the rest of the world while our politicians tell us that we are world beating in every class.
It's just completely hopeless, Nickers, isn't it? It's hopeless. It's like, and anyway, the thing is, it's not a massive country, really, is it? So
tiny.
You don't really need to get anywhere half an hour faster. You really don't.
No. Never mind about it. It's not half an hour faster. I think they're going to shave 10 minutes off the time between London and Birmingham.
Oh, well, they kept saying it was half an hour, as if that just justified the £60 billion cost of it, and knocking down people's houses on the way and ruining the countryside when they're all preaching green bullshit. Honestly, I just give up. I honestly give up.
No, don't give up, Carol. It's not worth it.
You know that handcart that's going to hell that we're all in?
Yes.
It's there, and the wheels are falling off, and we ain't going back. It's over. Sometimes when you wake up, that's how you feel, isn't it?
No, I need to turn the news on to feel like that. Like there's a brief moment of pleasure when you wake up and you think, oh, and then you think, ugh. Right, here's one. Nick and Carol, a few episodes ago, you asked your listeners for topics of diffusion if the debate became too political.
Oh, yeah.
Here's one for you. What's the point of ... Points to set you off could be ITVB. What's that?
Yeah, ITVB. Yeah, I know. Well, it's another ITV channel like ITV1. Well, it's not ITV1 anymore. ITVB is like a bit like E4, that kind of,
Right. Gemma Collins. Who's that?
Oh, it's a monster.
Who's Gemma Collins?
Oh, please don't make me talk about her.
Okay.
I literally can't. It's.
I'll look her up later.
It would be easier to sit here and talk about Meghan Markle. Honestly, Gemma Collins, Jesus, look her up. Look her up.
Right.
She is an absolute monster, and ITV basically created her.
Right. The Great British Sewing Bee. Only British TV could produce a TV program about competitive needlework, cooking, and now hairdressing. Hairdressing?
Hairdressing? How can you... well, I suppose they've always had hairdressing competitions around the world. Yeah.
They have, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I did not realise that was on TV.
Yeah.
And finally, Gary Lineker.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd like to know what the point of that is. Another monster that's been created by the... Boy, that one was created by the BBC, obviously.
Well, actually, he was created by himself. I mean, it's not like he's not a TV presenter who has done nothing but present TV. Of course, he was massively successful in his chosen field.
He was a good footballer. He played for Tottenham when I was a season ticket holder, actually.
Yeah, and the thing with Gary Lineker is, I mean, he is good at what he does, but what he does, to be good at what you do for him, means it just doesn't look like he's doing anything. Which is, as you probably know, being on TV, if you can just be natural, it's quite hard. Not everybody can do it.
No.
So he's good at that. But the crucial thing about him is, even though I like him, I'd have to say that he does not affect the audience of that show. So it's actually not worth the money they're paying him. People do not think, oh, is Gary Lineker on Match of the Day to decide whether they watch it? They think, is it Manchester City versus Manchester United? Are they going to watch that regardless of who presents it?
Knickers, I've said that so many times when I've written about, when they get these stupid charts out where how much people get paid at the BBC.
Yeah.
And there is no need for that anyway, because it's not a commercial channel. They really don't have to compete, really. No. And it's like Gary Lineker is always top of that league.
Yes, he is.
And you go, but no one switches on that program because he's on it. No,
they don't.
There's just no need. If I was on it, they'd still watch it.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
Let's not get carried away.
Well, okay, I'm trying to make an example.
Match of the Day with Carol McGiffin. It's a no from me.
Well, no. I mean, but that's the point, isn't it? No one watches it for him. So it could be. They might as well have anybody on there.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Well, they do. I mean, there's the Match of the Day 2 with that bloke whose name I can't remember, who's perfectly fine. And then when neither of them are available, it's some other guy. But it doesn't make any difference because all they're doing is introducing the clips and then setting up the two actual footballers in the studio to talk about, oh, well, the lad's done great and it's all credit to the lads.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? The pundits, you mean?
Pundits, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It is annoying. I mean, as if he needs any more money anyway from the crisps. He must have made a fortune out of them crisps.
Yeah.
God. I mean, people are just so obsessed, aren't they, with just earning more money and more money and more money. Just stop it. Stop it. Let someone else have a go.
And it seems to be the more money you have, the more obsessed you are to A, make more, and B, to stop paying any tax on the money that you already have.
Yeah.
And it seems to me to become more of an obsession the more money you have, which
Absolutely.
is just bizarre.
Yeah, that's right. That is right. It's like, why would you need to save or avoid tax? What's the illegal one? Tax avoidance.
Well, tax evasion is what your plumber does when you pay him in cash, and he will go to jail, and so will you. Tax avoidance is what billionaires use by setting up shell companies in the British Virgin Islands. Yeah,
it's the legal route to not paying tax, but you can only afford
to
do that.
Yes, if you're rich.
If you have millions. So why would you even need to not pay your tax?
But they seem to be obsessed with it. I mean, they leave the country and go and live in another whole country just to avoid paying tax in this country.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, you see, I don't know. It's all... I told you, it's the handcart.
Yes.
We're in it. They're not in it. They're in their private jets, pissing it up the wall. Oh, that made me sick.
Right, so that's... so even though we didn't need a topic of diffusion, as Clayton said, that we did waste quite a lot of time talking about those topics. Here's another one. can I suggest a subject for your sausages? Why not talk about your favourite sausage? Best wishes, says Craig. I looked up that thing that you were talking about last week, andouillette.
Yes.
Oh, every single thing I saw of it was people saying, I went to a restaurant and they said, what's the special today? An andouillette. And, I thought that, but lovely, we'll have some of that. And, oh, my God, it was the worst thing I've ever eaten.
Exactly. It's a shame you ain't got smell-o-vision, because if you could just smell it, oh, my God, it's so gross. It's gross.
I saw pictures of it, pictures of and it looks like intestines spilling out.
It is. That's exactly what it is. That is what it is. It's gross.
It looked like something from the Alien movie.
Exactly, like someone's brains spilling out. But it was oh God, it is. It's gross.
Have you ever eaten brains?
Yeah, no, they're not too bad.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, they're
Did it make you smarter?
They're a bit of a delicacy, aren't they? Like sheep's brains, you can eat. When you go to Morocco, they just have a a whole lamb's head there, obviously that's been cooked. And they just scoop out the brains.
Oh, stop speaking. Another excellent reason not to go to Morocco.
They do. And they're all lapping it up. I didn't eat those brains. But, what are... not sweetbreads, because sweetbreads are something else. They've got a nice name, but they're something else, aren't they? Sweetbreads. That's
not Ghoulies, is it?
No, it's not Ghoulies. Ghoulies. It's Ghoulies. Who uses the word Ghoulies these days?
School kids in the 1970s.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we can see you Ghoulies. No, it's not. Oh, God, I'm going to have to Google it now. Sweetbreads. I've got a funny feeling there might be something to do with brains or something.
Well, whatever you do, people, do not Google Ghoulies.
Oh, no, that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's even worse. Ooh. It's the lamb's pancreas, or it could be a bit of the heart.
Okay, see, I'm not interested in any of that. I don't want liver even. I don't want anything that is even remotely, icky like that.
Yeah.
Like I told you last week, when I go to a restaurant next, which is probably going to be when you buy me dinner.
Yeah.
I'm going to be ordering the fish or the chicken. That's it. If I order anything else, Carol, I want you to take a soup spoon and smack me upside the head.
Right, in that case, we're going to the fish and chip shop then, aren't we? Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Google a picture of...
No. Right. Dear Nick and Carol, with no E.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I work on End Pier, but I live in Leigh-on-Sea, an oasis in a sea of shit.
You've read this one.
Have I?
Yes.
Apart from the pier being like a zoo all summer long, with all shapes and sizes of shambling big piles of fat in attendance, I have a conundrum that's been bothering me. I don't think I've read this.
You have, 100%, but go on, just to make sure.
Southend was granted city status earlier by the Queen. I have not read this.
Well, go on then, read it again then.
I'm not reading it again. I'm reading it for the very first time. I can't stop thinking that the powers that be misread Her Majesty's fountain pen writing.
Yes, you read it.
I haven't joined up writing. Surely her capital C was joined up SH.
Because you have so read.
Oh, I haven't. No, I haven't. Should I write to the palace and explain the local authorities' error and that the water firm's releasing of raw sewage actually improves the quality of the area? Sent to you using the orange glow energy of local residents' fake tan, says Merv. Well,
I swear to God, I swear I would put a lot of money on that if you're
right.
Someone will write in if that stays in, and someone will write in and just go, "You did read it out, Nicholas."
I don't think so. But Southend is a city.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Well, it is. Yeah, it was made a city.
Well, I know that, but
Not a shitty.
yeah. Have you been to Southend?
Yes, I have been to Southend. I can't think why. It's got that really long pier, hasn't it?
Yeah, with nothing on it.
Or something.
Yeah, you go all the way to the end. It's like a mile out, and there's nothing there when you get there.
Well, I thought that's where Jamie Oliver does his TV show, isn't it?
Jamie Oliver?
Yeah.
In Southend?
On the end of the pier, yeah. He does like a cooking show on there. I forget what it's called, but...
What?
Yes.
Why?
Why? I don't know why. Ask him. Jamie Oliver. I'm Googling that now. Oh, honestly, you're getting me like addicted to the computer. Jamie Oliver, Southend Pier. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. Yeah, there you go. Well, Jamie Oliver's Southend Pier Cafe. Jamie Oliver's Friday Night Feast. That's what it's called. And it's filmed on the end of Southend Pier. There you go.
Why on earth would they do that? What's the point of going to the end of Southend Pier?
I don't know. Well, he's from Essex, isn't he? So I suppose he's just trying to support the local area or something. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you don't know he's on the end of the pier, really, because they just do like outside shots of it, and then you can see inside. It looks like a kind of beachy cafe kind of place.
It's actually got a cafe at the end of the pier.
I think there is a cafe, on the end of the pier. A real one.
Most people in Southend would be either dead from walking or their batteries on their Motability scooters would have run out by the time they get there.
Well, there's a train, isn't there, you silly sausage? There's a train. There's like a little thing that goes up and down like a funicular, but it's not because there's no hill, obviously.
No.
Yeah, there is a cafe now. There wasn't a cafe, so Channel 4 must have built it.
So it's a pretend cafe.
Well, it says here, Seafront Cafe used for TV cooking shows, now finally open to the public.
Oh,
so, yeah. So yeah, it's good. It's good. It was quite a good show to have guests on there, and he would have like this audience that were obviously all people who worked for Channel 4. Ugh. Like all sitting there going, "Oh my god, this is delicious! It's divine, isn't it?" No locals in there. No locals going, what's all this? I can't eat that. Where's me fish and chips?
Dear Nick and Carol, I still have a problem with footballers. Why is it in every other sport the participants respect the decision of the referees, but not footballers? They feel like they've got the right to chase after the ref like little babies shouting it's not fair. What a great example of sportsmanship they provide to the young, easily influenced and up-and-coming football morons, says Simon. Football is basically an ecstasy of cheating. Almost everything about it is cheating. Like two players will be fighting over the ball at the touchline. It will go over, and both of them will put their hand in the air, claiming that the other one touched it first, so it's their throw-in. So one of them is definitely lying, and they know they are. Same with when they get like brushed or breathed on in the penalty area. They'll throw themselves to the ground and start writhing around. They know they're lying. They're cheating. It's just, it really is just constant cheating.
It's almost as though the footballers really haven't grown up. They're like children. It's like they get on the floor and like stamp and like on their tummies. You know, when kids get on the tummies and punch the floor and they do that, and then they expect everyone to think that they're really badly injured when they're not, and then they get up and go, no, I'm all right. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's pathetic, really. When you watch,
I'm sure they're treated like children. I mean, I'm sure their entire lives are organised for them so that they don't have to think about anything other than kicking a ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they are a bit sort of spoiled. They never used to be, but when you watch other sports, other sort of field sports that are more contact sports, like, I mean, you just think, Jesus, can you imagine if you put a footballer in that scenario, they'd be running away screaming. Like when you watch these rugby guys.
Rugby is just ridiculous. I mean, it's not good for you. I wonder how long we're going to go before somebody says, well, you know what? People are dying because of this. Let's just stop. Boxing, the same. Let's just stop doing it. But anyway, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, more death.
Yeah, exactly. Load that into the handcart and push it away. Hi, Nick and Carol. Joe from Strabane in Tyrone. Avid listener to your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Did you know that Nadine Dorris is an anagram of inane disorder?
No, is it?
It sort of looks like it would be without double checking it. It's got 2 R's, a D, 2 N's. So, yeah, could be.
Yeah, that definitely sounds about right.
It does, yeah. Well spotted there, Joe.
Well, I think she turned down a job, didn't she, in the cabinet, I think? Or did I hear?
She's going to the House of Lords. Can you believe that?
Oh.
Nadine Dorris.
She's...
Lady Dorris.
Oh, f*** off.
True.
Oh.
Hi, Nick and Carol. Yeah. Hi, Nick and Carol. My name is Helena. I'm quite young, 35, but for reasons have been prescribed 3 different pills to keep me going. My problem is that every time I go to open a new box of pills, I open the end where the instruction leaflet folds over the blister packs. This is infuriating. Yes, it is.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is the best observation ever. I thought I was the only one who did that.
I can't stand that when that happens. And it happens every blooming time. And every time I look at it and think there must be some sort of indication as to which side you're supposed to open.
Yeah.
But there never is.
Yeah.
Anyway, it says, this is infuriating. You are both a bit older than me. And I know as people age, they take more medicine. So do you have any tips for choosing the end without the leaflet? Thanks, says Helena.
I don't, unfortunately, because I don't take that many drugs for an old person. In fact, I only really take 2 a day, not even 2 a day. I don't need to take 2 a day. I take 2 a day, but 1 a day, I suppose I do need, but I wouldn't need to do that if I behaved myself. But anyway, so I take these tablets. And it happens every single time. And I study it. I study it and say, right, next time I'll open it that end. It's the left side. And then I open it. And I've obviously got the packet round the wrong way or something. I open it again and it's there. It literally, it's enraging. I don't know why. Why is it so annoying?
It is very, very annoying, yeah. Well, have you ever tried, do you ever read those things that come with the pills?
I have done, yeah. Yeah, I have done.
Have you ever tried to refold it, how they folded it?
No, you can't do it.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
How do they do that?
I've got no idea.
Why is it so complicated? Because you would think if you just fold it in half and then fold it in half and then fold it in half and fold it in half, eventually it will fit in the thing there. But they don't do that. They fold it backwards and then forwards and then backwards and then left to right and then right to left. And then it's like some sort of like an IQ test.
It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. I do agree that, oh my God, that's... Do you know what they should put, like in cars when...
right. I knew you were going to go there, yeah.
Yeah, because they put like a little petrol sign on the side where the petrol tank is.
Yes.
Because you can never remember where that is either. So you look at the dashboard and if the petrol symbol is on the right side, then it's on the right side, blah, blah, blah. So that's what they should do on the packets. They should just put a tiny little arrow or something, like a little clue, so you don't have to open both ends. And I don't want to...
And it's such a tiny thing, but it is so aggravating. Just like if you pull up to fill up with petrol.
Yeah.
And you turn the car off and you get out and you realise it's not one of those super long, extra stretchy hoses. And,
Yes.
and it doesn't quite reach. That just seems to be the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You've got to get back in the car and move it another foot. Hi, Nick and Carol. Seeing JRM brought his son Peter to say farewell to Johnson, I'm concerned he's grooming the lad to be a future PM. Stop the world, let me off now, says Patricia.
Who's JRM?
Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Oh, he's not in the cabinet anymore, is he? I think so.
Yes, he is. He's Minister for Business.
Oh, good move.
Yeah, this is a bloke who doesn't know how to work a computer, doesn't have a computer on his desk. But that's just a more performing of him and his pretend Victorian act. No, I'm so old-fashioned. I write with a fountain pen. I don't use a computer. Don't know how to use an email. I'm the Minister for Business.
Well, you don't need to know how to Google things just to be the Minister of Business. He's got to generate business, isn't he, and help businesses to survive. But that's got to be the toughest job in the entire cabinet at the moment, because they're all going to close. Small businesses are all going to close down because they can't afford to pay the energy bills.
Yeah,
right.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, it would be a tough job if it was actually a proper job, but as he's got the job, it isn't. So it'll be a piece of cake.
They have ministers for bloody everything, don't they? What? Oh, anyway, get off that subject. It's too depressing.
It really is. Yeah, this has been a low-key episode.
Low-key? What do you mean?
I mean, it's been sort of low-key.
Low-key? What do you mean?
Sometimes it's a bit hysterical. Sometimes, as in we're just a bit,
a bit delirious.
Delirious, yeah. But today it's been a bit more. I think it's because maybe you spent 6 hours trying to get your mother-in-law out of the country. And you're like, I'm determined this is going to work if it kills me.
Look, no, I was just, I was concerned.
Yeah.
Because anyway, you know what it's like. Traveling is not that simple. But when we finally got to the airport, it wasn't that busy, but there was just a problem checking in because, anyway. Just on and on and on and on and on. And that's why I was late. So I was a bit delirious, but, I'm definitely not going to open a bottle of wine and celebrate. She's all right, actually. She's quite harmless.
Doesn't listen to this podcast then, eh? No.
I don't know, maybe. All right, Marie. All right. You're rolling again, are you?
And on that charming note of familial accord, that's it. We do need your problems because we chopped our way through quite a lot there.
We did actually. Well, look, you're right. So it's not low key. Actually, we actually served a purpose for once.
We are overachieving.
For once.
Yes. So we're almost out, as a matter of fact, which is very, very unusual for us. So if you have a problem that you need solving, then send it to the unprofessionals. Nick and Carol at global.com. NICKANDCAROL at global.com. And prepare for total satisfaction. You normally do a bit in there, don't you? But it's so long since we've done that. I can't remember.
I normally do the email address. You normally say send it to, and I go Nick and Carol at global.com. And then you go NICK, what is it? NICKANDCAROL at global.com. That's right, isn't it?
That is right.
Yeah, see?
So what do you do apart from this?
Well, I do this. And I do a column for Best Magazine, which I'm actually looking at the moment because I've only just remembered to download it. So I know what's in this week's, and it is about
me.
No, it's not about you. It's about having. They're inventing something to read your mind, apparently. Or was that last week? So that's my column in Best Magazine, which comes out on Tuesdays, and it's in all the best supermarkets and newsagents. I also do a program called Loose Women. I don't think you've heard of it. And that's on every day on ITV at 12:30. And at the moment, it's sort of like I'm there every other week, but I might be there a bit more in the future because summer's over and I might spend a bit more time in London. What do you do, Nickers?
In London?
Yeah.
In the winter?
Well, no, not in the winter. No, the winter we're back down here. Proper winter, we'd be back down here and with a couple of little holidays to get away. But no. I mean, just like October and November, catching up with UK stuff. Do you know what I mean? Stuff.
I do not know what you mean. Now or at any point previously?
Okay, well, I won't bother to explain because it's quite boring. It's just like getting stuff in the flat done and catching up with friends and family, which, you know.
You're right. No, you are right.
Yeah.
Boring.
Boring. Talking of boring, what do you do, Nicholas?
Wow. I did not see that coming.
Yes, you did. You set me up for it.
Yeah, I do 2 podcasts apart from this one. One is called the Nick Abbot Habit. Now, the one that came out on last Monday, it was quite interesting. I just happened on it by chance. It was the first time we found out that badgerjohnson hadn't been following the rules that he had set for us.
Oh, what?
That was the beginning of the wheels falling off his Charabang.
But that was a year ago. Oh, no, because you skipped a load, didn't you?
No, that was September 2020.
Oh, shut up.
That's exactly when that was. September 2020. That's how long it's been going on for. God.
No.
Yeah.
I think you mean 21, surely. Because nobody knew that they weren't abiding by their own rules and that they were giving the whole game away at the time in 2020. No.
It was, yeah. It's amazing. And so it is funny, but it is also a bit like, wow, did that really happen? And yes, it did. So that's a Nick Abbot habit. It's basically clips of old shows, 30 minutes, concentrated funny, comes out on Monday, called the Nick Abbot Habit. And there's also the Whole Show podcast. Carol, we take the news and the ads out, which means it takes less time to listen to. You'll use less electricity. And by this time next year, you'll have saved up enough to buy some more wheel grease for your hand carts to hell.
Yeah, but the wheels are falling off, Nickers. There's no point. What you need is some heavy-duty bolts. Screws,
Noted.
bolts. What do you call it? What do you put wheels on with? Nuts.
And here we are back at the Ghoulies again. And I'll be back on the radio Friday, Saturday, Sunday night at 10. Until then, I'll be seeing you.
I'll be seeing you. You always used to say that. God, we did help a lot of people there. Bleeding Nora.
I know. Yeah, we're the cupboard is now bare, so let's hope they refill it with assistance and we can rain hot gobbets of help all over them.
Oh God, I've just drunk a whole bottle of jungle juice there.
And now you'll be like the cat, where it'll have like a mad half hour. You'll be running up and down the stairs and climbing the curtains.
Yeah, or like the dog that just did a giant shit. It starts running around. Really. Dogs do that, don't they? And they get really pleased with themselves when they've just done one, and then they start running around like, "Ooh, that's better." They do.
And on that unpleasant note,
oh God, are you still taping?